Hello, my friends. My name is Reverend Terry Allen Christian. I'm the author of a book called What Did Jesus Say? The 7 Messages from the Master. I'm coming to you today to talk to you about divine healing. I want to talk with you about what Jesus said about healing. I want to share with you what I learned about healing. And I want to bring you into my life walk that divinely healed me of bladder cancer when they said I would die in 3 to 5 years. That was 10 years ago. I want to talk with you if you're diagnosed with anxieties, bipolar, PTSD. These are issues that happen in our mind. Something happened in our life and our mind focuses on it. Our mind is the most powerful, strongest part of our body. Let's talk about the life walk. Let's talk about this, how it turned into a miracle walk. I think it's important when our life is in jeopardy that we get alone with ourselves. We get alone with God. So we know that we are alone with God. If we get alone, we can be alone with God. Sometimes the confusion in our home, in our mind is just too much around family and friends. In this case, I had to go away. But here's the first thing we do as we're assessing what should we do in our life for a healing. Number one, we must embrace the diagnosis. When I had a back injury, I found out this injury wasn't going to go away unless I had surgery. When I had bladder cancer, I found out it wasn't going to go away unless I changed the cellular structure of my bladder and how I thought. When I had emergency throat surgery, it wasn't going to go away. I must embrace it. When I had dental surgery, it wasn't going to go away. 22 visits over a 6-month period. These are issues I've learned that whatever is happening to me, I need to take a good look at it. Now, here's what I give you. Number one, step one to divine healing is see it like it is. Don't see it worse than it is. Just because the doctor said this doesn't mean it's going to be that. The one thing I've learned is that we got to take a good look at how we created the situation that we're in, if possible. It could be what we're doing that interferes. So see it like it is. Take the diagnosis in. Just don't see it worse than it is. And then number two, see it better than it is. Decide for yourself. Start playing what if in the positive. It's time to do research. It's time to do research. It's time to do research. We need to find examples, whether they're a miracle example or not. We need to find other healing approaches. We need to become familiar with our own diagnosis because we've learned to see it like it is. Now we're going to see it better than it is and play the what if game. We have to seek if there's any divine healing that we can read about. In my case, I found someone with bladder cancer that proclaimed prayer and fasting worked for them. So this helped me. I was looking for examples. I also met many that it didn't work. So therefore, it's important to decide for ourselves what we want to do with our life. Now, here's the third step. If after you see it like it is and you see it better than it is, then the third step is you must make it better. You must do something. Jesus said some healings require prayer and fasting. So therefore, if it requires it, we do that. But we must do something. We cannot sit on our couch of discontent and worry and fear because we attract what we worry and fear about. Faith without action is useless, but just don't use the word faith. Pessimistic people have faith it won't work. Optimistic people have faith that it will work. Doing nothing, though, creates a helplessness inside ourselves. One thing I do know, when I was either going to live or die, and I wanted to live and let God choose if I would die. So therefore, I created the life walk. Now, this life walk really became my miracle walk. I did the walk in November 2010, and in March 2011, I was released from my doctors, cancer-free, from what they first said was the worst cancer they'd ever seen in a bladder. I believe it's possible to change your body structure based on how we think. Now, this is provable, understandable, and true. So the biggest hindrance to people's healings is how they're thinking and who they're around most of the time. If you believe there's anything in this that might work for you, well, I want you to know, I believe that God connects us together based on each of our prayers. If you believe I can help you in what you're pursuing, then you could probably help me. Now, if you like this message, click on to the bottom and find out how to reach me. I will offer you some private online personal counseling, eye to eye, heart to heart, on Skype, WhatsApp, FaceTime, in my home, eye to eye. I can help you online where you are from where I am. If you have a marriage issue, I can help you before it gets a divorce. If you're in a divorce, maybe we can restore it. If the divorce is over, maybe we can heal it. I believe it's impossible for a Christian marriage to fail. It can only fail to be a Christian marriage. If you're seeking a life walk for health restoration, a life restoration, midlife restoration, I want you to know, I know what it's like to wake up to a busted dream, an empty bank account, and a broken heart all at the same time. I've learned how to discipline my disappointments before they diminish my dreams. I can help you do that. Let me leave you with 3 life questions. Number 1, how do you want to live the rest of your life? It doesn't really matter how we've lived our life so far. What matters is how we want to live our life from now on. Number 2, where do you want to live the rest of your life? I mean, you're not a tree, you can move. Some people stay where they don't want to be, doing what they don't want to do, keeping what they don't want to have, looking like they don't want to look. We have to be more involved in our own life. Bring me to the 3rd question. What do you want to be known for in your life? You know, between our birth date and our death date is a dash. That's all we have. Life is about the dash. We have to decide what part of the dash are we on. If you're in a midlife situation, it's time to instead of a midlife crisis, make a midlife correction. But if you're seeking help in healing from emotional issues, from bipolar to PTSD, if you're seeking healing of the body, then you might have come to the right place. Let's get together, let's talk, click onto the link in this message, and let's see if there's a way that I can help you restore the temple of your body called God's temple. Wherever you are in the world today, I want you to know God loves you, and so do I. And with God, all things are possible all the time, wherever we are. If this is for you, get a hold of me. Goodbye for now.